everyone, how's everybody doing? It's time for another exciting video from RK Loves Gadgets. And today I thought I'd take a look at this pretty cool keyboard. I got this from a charity shop a couple of weeks ago. It was only about £1.99, which isn't too bad. And it came in this box as well. Now, I know absolutely nothing, I don't really know a lot about this. It doesn't seem to have a brand or a model number or anything, but this is the box. Show you. There doesn't seem to be a lot on the box either. It's quite an unusual one actually. Well, how about we take it out of the box and see what it does. Now you do have a couple of papers in here. You've got this chord book. It tells you all about the chords that you can play, and you've also got some song sheets. Yeah. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, so that's pretty much all there is to it. There doesn't seem to be the instructions either. Right. So this is the keyboard. It's quite a nice design actually. You could probably tell it's quite a vintage. It's quite vintage actually. It's quite old. I think it might be, I don't know, maybe late 80s, early 90s. It's got very basic, really basic controls. You've got your 2 volume controls. So basically I'll just show you around it. So it's got, let's see how many. Yeah, it's got 37 small keys on it, as you can see, right there. And I'll show you the back. And right, holding it the wrong way. You can see back here it says "Made in China." You've got the battery compartment. It takes 4 AA batteries, right there. And then this is round the back side. So you've got a DC input right here, which is quite interesting. I've never seen a keyboard this size, this particular size, with a DC connection. It's right there. And it's a funny sort of jack as well. I don't think, you know. You've also got a headphone socket right there as well. And you can see right here, there's also a microphone socket. And then over here you've got the controls for the on-off. You've got the volume, and then you've also got the microphone volume, and then you've got all your buttons. You've got the tempo up and down, and then you've got your rhythms, your rhythm styles. You know, you've got your pop, ballad, march, waltz, and swing and all that. And then you've got start and stop. For some reason the buttons are actually a little bit dodgy, and I'll show you why that is in a moment when I get it powered up. And you've got vibrato and demo there, and you've got your voices. So you've got music box, you've got violin, the flute. You've got organ, guitar, banjo, and you've got horn and piano, and then you've got these buttons over here. So you've got these drum buttons. So you've got like a bass drum button and a snare drum, a cymbal, and there's like a cylinder thing. I'm not entirely sure. It's like a cylinder thing that you hit with a metal stick, and you get a nice noise. But how about we turn it on? It's on. So you can press the key. You've got the keys here. There you go. So this is the piano sound. I'll just turn that volume up a little bit. Yeah, the switches are a little bit. Yeah, this it is in good condition, but maybe the electronics are not the greatest. There we go. That should do. Okay, so we've got the voices, so we can set to, so this is the music box. So this sounds actually quite nice, the music box. So this is the music box. So that's the music box. We can go to flute. Okay. Now the violin button is a bit finicky. I don't know. There we go. Some of these buttons are a bit finicky. I guess that's probably just the age. So we've got the violin. You've even got a vibrato button right here, so if I press it. The sound this actually produces reminds me of those. I'm sure many of you are familiar with those little Casio things back in the early 80s. They were called the Casio VL Tone VL1. So the sound that this keyboard makes actually does remind me of those Casio VL Tone VL1s that I've seen on YouTube in the past. Particularly this violin sound. I'm sure many of you are familiar with it. I'll just play a few more notes to give you an idea. So that's violin. We've got banjo. Yeah. I do believe this has got FM frequency modulation, so the sounds on this aren't really all that realistic. So yeah, the sounds are kind of a bit unrealistic, but that's horn, guitar. And then go back to piano. Now we've got the rhythms over here. Now this is what I mean by the stop and start buttons being a bit finicky. So if I press the start button, nothing seems to happen. But if I press the stop button, so there's your rhythm. I think the wiring, I think it might be the age, maybe something's not gone right here. So, yeah. And we can change it to swing. And that's march. Waltz. Yeah, see what you get. This is what you get out of this thing. The drums are really like unrealistic sounding. So this has probably got to be from the 80s or the late 80s, early 90s. And you've got these drums over here. Yeah, there's a bit of finicky buttons over here as well. Yeah. And you've got a demo button here. It only plays one demo tune, which is Green Fleet. You've got the idea. And you can play, and you can change the voices it plays in. I do think it actually sounds a lot better on Music Box. Some of them, most of them, the octave is a little bit low for this sort of thing. And it does sound pretty nice on flute as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little keyboard. I do like it. It is in good condition as well, considering the age. Apart from you've got some of these buttons are a little bit finicky, and also I'd say the battery compartment did actually have a little bit of corrosion in it as well. When there were a few times where it would be a bit finicky and not work properly, but because you can see that when you take the battery cover off on the back, that's all the battery compartment exposes. So in order to get this, there was this spring that went against the negative end of the battery compartment. Had some corrosion on it, so I had to take this whole thing apart to clean it, scrape the corrosion off, because it wasn't working too well. But after a bit of scraping that off, it works properly. So it is a pretty cool little keyboard. I do like it. It's you see you've got the speaker over here. Yeah, sorry about the banging next door. I think there's a bit of a session going on next door. So yeah, I say my favourite voice on this is the Music Box. In fact, I can actually play an actual tune on the Music Box, and it actually sounds quite nice if I do that. So. You might be able to tell that this only has 2 notes of polyphony, so only 2 notes can be played at a time. So, yeah, see what I mean. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a nice little keyboard. If anybody recognises this, can you tell me in the comments if you think you know what make this is and what model this is and when it was manufactured, because I don't seem to have the instructions for this either. So, if anybody knows more about this, feel free to tell me down in the comments. In my opinion, I'm probably guessing it's somewhere like late 80s, early 90s. It could be something like, probably something like a 1989, 1990 sort of thing. But I think that's pretty much it. I thought I'd do this video. You know, I thought I'd make a video about this keyboard. As you know, I have been interested in other videos to that the YouTube user Keyboard Crazy 49 uploaded. So thinking of making this video did actually remind me of that. So I think that's pretty much all I have to show you guys. So if anybody knows any more about any more information about this keyboard, feel free to tell me in the comments. Apart from that, that should be it. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on push notifications. And I'll see you all very soon.